Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress. Following the 2021 Candidates Tournament, I took a break from YouTube. I got somewhat frustrated with my inability to grow my channel further, which has proven increasingly difficult in recent years. I don't claim to understand the YouTube algorithms, but if you don't post daily, it's hard for your videos to be pushed up high on the feeds for chess lovers. And another thing that I learned is that you have to follow the current chess events and post videos as soon as possible after a round of a tournament is completed. Unfortunately, my personal situation does not allow to spend that many hours on producing videos. Still, I decided to come back to it for my love of the game of chess, which I'd like to share with others and also for the small but loyal Chess to Impress community. I want to thank my faithful viewers for not having given up on me and for their emails and messages asking if I was okay and if I would return. Yes, I am okay, and yes, I am returning. With a new series! I have checked out the chess landscape on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else. And I think there is one topic that no chess poster has ever made a series on. His or her most heartbreaking defeats. And that is what this series is about. Without further ado, let's get into it. I've played chess for 35 years, yes, that's a very long time. And I lost my first official game in 16 moves. I got checkmated in 16 moves. The week after, on the second club night that I attended, I achieved my first draw. After the game had been adjourned. Yes, it's a long time ago, 1986. And the game we're going to see now is the third official game I've played in my chess life. Chess life, I would not call it a chess career. Let's see what happened. I was black in this game and my opponent was a very nice guy who would later become a teammate of mine in my chess club Sissa in Groningen in the north of the Netherlands, in Europe. His name was Emil, a very aggressive, imaginative player, and he opened with the king's pawn. Let's flip the board to look at the game from my side. I played e5 in those days, I did not know anything else. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4 and knight f6. I thought, let's get my knights developed. And then there was knight g5, and now I had to think, because I did not know this move. I thought I was in trouble after 4 moves, what to do against taking on f7. Well, after a while I found out that d5 saves my f7 pawn, at least for the moment. E takes d5, and now I recaptured with the knight, and I thought I was okay. Back then I did not know that black has to sacrifice a pawn in his line, with knight a5, and he will get a lot of activity for it. Bishop b5 check is the main line, then c6, d takes, b takes, bishop back to e2, kicking the knight, knight f3, and then e4, that is the main line. But I did not know any of that, so after e takes d5 I recaptured with the knight. Here knight takes f7 is the main move, taking on f7 after all, and my opponent also did not know the theory in this line. It looks like a spectacular piece sacrifice, but it has all been worked out before and it's the main line. In the game after knight takes d5, white played d4, also a logical move. Striking in the center. I played bishop e6 developing, knight takes e6, f takes e6, doubled pawns there, but black is okay, white castled, and e takes d4, that was somewhat greedy and also dangerous with the black king still in the middle. But it was only my third official chess game and I did not have developed a sense of danger yet. Rook e1 on the half open file. I played e5. That looks like a nice pawn center. These pawns look really strong and white doesn't have any central pawns left. Knight c3, nice move. If I take it, then there is bishop takes d5 and that is good for white. I must have seen that because after knight c3 I decided not to take the knight and I played knight b6. Looks like a nice move, attacking that unprotected bishop on c4. Here the engine says bishop b5 needs to be played and the game goes on. But here white made a big blunder. He played queen h5, check. Looks very strong, but it isn't. After g6, which is almost forced, he took on e5 with check, and I played bishop e7. And now 3 white pieces are hanging. The queen is hanging, the rook is attacked, and also the bishop on c4. Black has a winning position. Was I going to win my first ever chess game in a real chess club? An alternative for bishop e7 would have been knight takes e5, just take the rook. I was afraid of queen takes e5 check, and that is a fork on my rook in the corner, but there is queen e7, and if you take the rook there is knight takes c4, and this is better for black. White does not have time to save his knight on c3. If you play knight d5, then there is checkmate on the board. So after rook takes e5 check, I played bishop e7. I also could have taken that rook, but this was my move, attacking those 3 pieces, and I thought I was winning, and that is correct. Actually, there's a 4th piece hanging. The knight on c3 is also hanging. Quite a nice position. 4 white pieces hanging, and black is winning. My opponent Emil saved one of his pieces. He played knight d5, and I thought my opponent has gone completely crazy. He's just leaving the queen en prise, and I did not see any reason why I should not take it, and I took on h5, and that move deserves a double question mark. The first line of the engine after knight d5 is to take the bishop, attacking the rook on e5. If you then play rook takes e7 check, the main line of the engine, there is queen takes, knight takes, then you can take the queen on h5, knight takes c6 and b takes c6, and the smoke has cleared and black has an extra rook. And I guess I should have been able to win this game with an extra rook. But as said, after knight d5 I took the queen. I thought my opponent had gone completely crazy. But I had missed a mate in 2. If you want to look for yourself, put the video on pause. How does white checkmate a black king in 2 moves from here? White had seen it, Emil had seen it when he sacrificed the queen. He played knight f6 check. You cannot take that knight because the bishop is pinned. King f8 is the only move, and bishop h6 is checkmate. And that broke my heart. Very early in my chess life I discovered what a cruel game chess is. White had won this game, and it took me a few more games before I could chalk up my first win. But I won't show you that one, because this series is about my most heartbreaking losses. And yes, I have a few more to share with you. I hope you like this new series and that you like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.